Welcome one and all back to BBPN. I'm your host, Cadet Tank. We have lots of content for you today. We have our usual 4 divisions being covered for Nats. We have 2 league announcements. We have the Scum announcing his new vids that came out. And I believe we even have the Panda back. Don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure. Let's go find out. What do you got for us, Panda?
I got broads in Atlanta, just to lean the family, credit cards in the scammers, hitting the licks in the van.
Get off me, you shameless hussy! No, sorry. Hello, everyone. There we go. Greetings, goblins and ghouls. We are back with Season 9 of Nats. I apologize for my absence from the premiere video, but I was indisposed by a shameless hussy thrall of Jim Johnson, kidnapping pandas and holding us hostage for some strange reason. I can't believe these people. Well, I guess vampires aren't even really people. When you get down thinking about it, they were people, they weren't people, they died, came back. Who knows? Well, while I was there, I did notice our very own league commissioner of BGP, who's been curiously absent for 12 days and counting. He was having a glass of, air quotes, wine with Jim, as they were discussing the fate of me. Talking about killing me, turning me into a vampire. Like, who does that? Let me know how you feel about that. Would you want someone to bite you on the face or the neck or whatever? Vampires, I mean, I've got a fluffy paw they could chew on, and then I'll bite their face off. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I've dispatched the Panda Cartel's finest servants of Corn to investigate, and we'll have more for you once we can locate the VGP. He's gone missing. Yeah, it's terrible. Well, with Season 9 underway, we've got some good games being played. Me, personally, I've had many almost wins. And there's just a couple small things I'd like to bring up for you all. Recently, we've had an imposter. The Bamboozle Bear is not and has never been a member of the Panda Cartel. And anyone with information on his whereabouts are being offered a free Big Moose sandwich, sponsored by McMurdy's. May cause intestinal bleeding, diarrhea, random mutations, and rectal thermometers. Also on the subject of imposters, someone please tell me how the damn elf rat monkey made it onto the league admin team. Like, how does Khaleesi make it onto the admin team? It just doesn't make sense. I don't understand what's going on, what's going through Cord's head. Something stinks, and it ain't the extra Skaven cheese on my sandwich. I swear. Cord, Cadet, I don't know. They got to be flirting with the damn dwarven cheerleaders again. Getting into the mead, I don't know what's happening. Well, hold on. This just in. Local legend Tassarin, quote, "I'm the worst player ever," has won his first game of the season, breaking the only record that I, your favored panda, currently hold in the league, which is the longest almost winning streak. Let's get this guy a trophy. He's put a lot of work in to get this win. Admin victory. And it's only uphill from here. And that's pretty much it, guys. That's it for now. And remember, pandas never lose. We only win less.
Man, it's good to have you back, Panda. Even if you say I'm flirting with dwarven cheerleaders. My only question to your story is, you never quite said how you got away. Oh well, hopefully you don't go back, because you keep talking about Jim Johnson and the VGPers. But anyway, before something catastrophic happens, let's go over and see what's going on with Khaleesi in the VGP division.
Hello and welcome to what promises to be yet another thrilling instalment of action from Week 2 of Season 9 Nats League, BGP Division. I'm your host, Callisti Mayer. So this week we are covering match days 2 and 3, and there's been a little bit of a change happening in the division, in the VGP division. So as you can see, Kevin Storm is no longer part of the VGP division. Nothing happened, there was no bad issues. It's just that Kevin had a lot of real life duties and responsibilities that came up in his work life. And it forced him to no longer be part of this season. Sure, he's going to be back next season, but this season he just couldn't spare the time. So we all understand that, and we wish him well in this little break he's taking, and hope to see him again next season. So who's coming in to replace Kevin? Well, we've had an amazing replacement come in. So I'm actually just going to give him a little bit of a highlight, because last week I gave all of the other teams in the division a highlight. So the new replacement is an Ogre team. The coach is Com Yarrick, which is, I suppose, Commissioner Yarrick. And the team is Mind Ogre Matter, which is a great pun. So let's take a quick look at the team, and then just let you know a little bit of a focus on how they've been doing since they joined the league, or joined the division. So it's an Ogre team, wonderful red and black colour scheme, is my favourite colour scheme. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Ogres, we've got 6 Noblars. I'm not sure how many of those are injured, but probably a few of them, because they are weak as shit. But they're also annoying, the most annoying players in Blood Bowl 2, for me anyway. So here's the Ogre team. Let's give a quick breakdown of the team and development. So we've got the 5 Ogres, and we have now Yarrick has only played 2 games. He inherited Kevin's record, but he's only played 2 games. So we're on match day 3. Match day 3 is pretty much done. It's all wrapped up. And in those 2 games, he's managed to generate enough SPP to get guard on 2 of his Ogres. And he's also got 5 SPP, so probably MVPs, for 2 different Nobblers. So just 1 more SPP for each of those, and they can level up. The Nobblers tend not to last very long, but whilst they're here, they can be pretty good players. They can they had Titchy, they've got Dodge, they've got they have Stunty as well. They've got Sidestep. Basically, all that equates to dodgy players that can go anywhere on a 2+ through multiple tackle zones, and then if you do manage to hit them and it's not a POW, then they got Sidestep, so they are going to carry on basing you, or they're going to carry on getting in the way. Give one of them diving tackle, you give one of these 2 that's just about to level up diving tackle, and they are going to be a nightmare, because they will run in, they'll get to next to your ball carrier, they'll be diving tackle, you'll try to hit them away, they'll use sidestep, they'll carry on basing you, and you can't get away. So, yep, Nobblers can be the most annoying players, for me anyway, in Blood Bowl 2. Obviously the Ogres are the big brawn, they're the big focus of the team. Yarrick's doing well, he's got guard on 2 pieces, so you're never going to get more than a 2 red dice if he's smart on using these guard pieces. Other good skills to give your Ogres is break tackle. Break tackle is a great one. Obviously on doubles, go for a block, but break tackle would on these 2 pieces would be gold. Okay, so he's also gone for 2 team rerolls, which is kind of low, but he has shown he knows what he's doing, because he's actually won one of his 2 games, and I think closely lost the second game. He's got an Apothecary, he's got 1 fan factor, that's from his win. So let's take a quick look at his history. So his first game was against Dr. Helix's Monty Python Holy Grail inspired White Niggets, and he won that 1-0. Now I know that was a bit of a whitewash. It was pitch clear for the guy that likes to pitch clear. So yeah, Obviously, Dr. Helix got a taste of his own medicine. So that's, I personally, because he keeps on trying to pitch clear me, I personally am very happy about that. And then the second game was versus Chord's Lustrian Predators, an Amazon team. And obviously those dodgy women were a little bit too much for Yarrick to handle, because Chord won that 1-0. Okay, so let's go back to the division as a whole and just see how everyone's been doing. So we had, we covered match day 1, match day 2, I think we had 1 or 2 games in. I think we had the Maniacs Down Under versus the Marvelous Mohawks. We covered that last week. It was a big win for Majestic and his Pro Elf team, 4-0. And then I think we had the Lustrian Predators winning 2-0 over the Hey That's Nacho Cheese. Love the name, love the race because it's Skaven. But Gord's absolutely loving the Amazons, obviously. Nice solid win there. So the ones we didn't cover was The Immortals versus Pus and Bile. A nice bash matchup. And the Nurgle team, Pus and Bile, managed to win that one 1-0. And then we had Flinging the Flings, the Halfling team, coached by Vort, versus the Young Frankensteins, Necro team, I think. Let's have a look. Where are you? Oh yeah. Daffo, and it's Necromantic. Yep. And then we had the White Niggets versus Mind Ogre Matter, and obviously we just covered that one. It was a 1-0 win for Yarrick and his Ogre team. And then match day 3, just about to finish up. So we have still to play the White Niggets versus Hey That's Nacho Cheese. I love it, love the name. And the Young Frankensteins versus The Immortals. So I have a feeling if this game is being played, they've only got a few hours left at the time of recording. I'm predicting a win for the White Niggets, and for the Young Frankensteins versus The Immortals, I am going to predict a win for The Immortals, just because they're orcs, and I'm not sure if the Necro team is going to be able to really handle them if they're played well. So results that did come in, we had another blowout for the Marvelous Mohawks, Majestics team versus the Nurgle team, Pus and Bile. Now this was a bit of a matchup for division heads, higher up on the division. I know only 2 games have been played, but Marvelous Mohawks and Pus and Bile were both sort of near the top or at the top of the tables, and probably a very close match. Scoreline doesn't reflect that. Obviously Majestic really got better of Hikaru 2000 and his Nurgle team, but yeah, Majestic's on a tear. He's winning impressively. Then we had Cord beating beating Yarrick with his Mind Ogre Matter team, and then we had yeah, we had the Underworld, the Maniacs Down Under, Warecaster, and he crucified the Halfling team, Vort's Halfling team. That's not to be, that's not unexpected, but I think it's probably Vort's feeling a little bit down because he was probably maybe hoping for a win there. 3-0 over a Halfling team. Yeah, not unexpected, but also probably hoping for more than that. Moving into match day 4, we'll cover this next week. We've got the Marvelous Mohawks versus the White Niggets. We've got Hey Nacho Cheese versus the Young Frankensteins. Pus and Bile versus Mind Ogre Matter. The Immortals versus Flinging the Flings. We've got the Lustrian Predators versus the Maniacs Down Under. I'm going to make my picks now. We'll see how it turns out next week. We've got I've got a win for the Marvelous Mohawks. I've got a win for the Young Frankensteins. I've got a win for I've got a win for Pass and Bile. I've got a win for the Immortals, and I've got a win. Actually, no, I've got a draw for the Maniacs Down Under versus the Lustrian Predators. Yeah, I've got a draw for them. So let's have a look at the leaderboard even. So topping the leaderboard, we have Cord's the Lustrian Predators. Cord, as I said, absolutely doing amazingly right now. He's unbeaten. He's winning impressively. He must be loving the Amazon team. Then we've got Majestic. Lost his first game, but ever since then he's been making up for it by these huge blowout wins. I'm not quite sure if other coaches know how to handle his Pro Elf team yet. If you've never played Pro Elves before, yeah, they can be interesting. Very, very strong offensively. They don't have very low armor, but if they get the ball, they've pretty much scored. Then we've got Pass and Bile, Hikaru 2000's Nurgle team, still sitting pretty. Same record as Majestic on 2-0-1. Then we've got the Young Frankensteins, Daffo 97, 2 wins. So he's still got a game to play. So he may actually go 3 and zip as well. So he may be sharing the lead. He still has to play his game. Then we've got Yarrick with his Mind Ogre Matter. So the Ogres they're doing well. I don't think he has anything to worry about qualifying. And then we've got Warecaster with the Maniacs Down Under. 1 win, 2 losses. He's probably going to find, because his winner was against the Halfling team, he's probably going to find his other matches kind of hard. Underworld is one of those teams where once you start getting your Blitzers and your Goblins and just your team in general develops, they can become very, very wicked, very, very fast. So he's just got to get to that point, that tipping point where he has his team developed and he can start playing on some of those skills he's taken, some of those mutations, and really sort of just work on it and work that advantage he's going to get. The Halfling team, I think Vort's just having a bit of a problem trying to get his head around playing a Halfling team. They are tricky. They're not meant to win. They're meant to be a lot of fun, but they're not meant to win. You can win with them if you are smart and you leverage your treeman and your star player treeman. Get good Halfling chef rolls. Then we have uppercases, the Immortals. I'm saying it like that every time now. And he's still got a game to play. He may get a win, but and then we've got Dr. Helix's the White Niggets sitting at 3 losses. So Dr. Helix is a very strong coach. He needs to start winning though to show that he is a strong coach. I think he's taking him a bit by surprise that he's not doing as well as he would have wanted to. But Chaos Dwarfs can be a really tricky team to play. So maybe it's just an adjustment. Maybe he's gonna mid-season he's gonna find his feet and start winning, like I know he can. Thing to note is that apart from Daffo and Cord, well, potentially Daffo, who are going to be sitting on 3-0, there is actually a lot of teams that haven't won a single game. They haven't drawn a game. They are sort of really on a tough bind. I know we're 3 games in, but they don't start winning soon or getting some points on the boards, they're not going to make the cut. So Maniacs Down Under through to White Knights. Time to start earning your keep. Okay, so next week I'm going to be covering match day 4 and 5. And until then, remember, there is scoring and then there is Callisti scoring.
Callisti scoring. Okay, I like that. Well, guys, I'm getting pretty lazy today, so before we go over to Ace in the Core Division, let's take a small commercial break. Yeah, this show's long enough for a commercial break.
Do you hear it? It's calling for you. your next 1 week Blood Bowl league. Do you think you can handle the pit?
Man, that was the first commercial I've ever enjoyed watching. And I was supposed to be sleeping. Man, I want to go join the pit right now. And from my understanding, it's the newest 1 week Blood Bowl league in Nats. Go, sign up, join. I hear that shit's gonna be intense. Alright, let's go ahead and kick it over to Ace in the Core Division.
Hello once again to BBPN, bringing you all the Blood Bowl that no one else will here on Cabal Vision HD. We're here with this, as of recording, day 4 of the core division of Season 9 for the Nats competition. Let's go ahead and check out the teams have been doing and the scores of our days throughout. So starting on day 1, we had This Is My Swamp Now Ogre versus the Human Squad Delta Squad. 3-0 win going to the Humans. My team, the Kislev, the Cossacks, having a 1-1 draw with the Undead Deadskin Mask. VGP Stole My Bike Mark III, which he tends to do that a lot to Red Panda, loses 1-0 Necro versus the We Are Suckas, the Vampires. Asgard Agronauts, the Norse, lose 1-3 to the Brett's Rock Riders. And Don't Give Me the Ball, Kimry lose 1-2 to the Axemen of the Wood Elves. Day 2, we have Delta Squad, the Humans, lose 3-0 to the Undead Deadskin Mask. We Got Suckas, the Vampires, take a 3-0 victory over the Ogres. Bretts lose 2-3 to the Kislev. Wood Elves take a 3-0 win over the Necro. And Kimry take a 1-1 draw over the Norse. Day 3, we had Delta Squad take a 2-2 draw with Kimry. Woodies get the 2-1 win over Norse. Bretts take the 2-1 win over Necro. Vamps take the 3-0 win over Kislev. And Undead take the 3-0 victory over Ogres. And as of recording as well, we have 3 games played. We have the Woodmen, the Woodies take a 2-1 win over the Humans. The Necro finally get a draw versus the Undead. And the Kislev get a 1-0 win over the Ogres. So let's go ahead and check how these teams have done and how they've developed. We'll start with the Rock Riders Bretts, coached by Scar. So you'll see here he has 3 blitzers who leveled up, 2 getting dodge, 1 getting mighty blow, 1 blocker with strip ball, 1 blocker injured, missing next game. Is anything significant? Nope, just missed next game. And another lineman leveling up with kick. So he's starting out pretty good. A few games in, he's already gotten his blitzers going. Now he just needs a few more skills, and that's going to be one scary team down the road. Superfed with the Axemen Wood Elves. As you can see, we have the War Dancer getting Mighty Blow, a War Dancer getting to level 3 already, getting Tackle Strip Ball, a lineman with kick, and then 2 linemen with dodge, with 2 looking like they've been killed. Such lives of elves. But these are right here are prime targets, and the entire league is probably going to be looking to kill these. So don't expect him to keep these all season. The Kimry, Don't Give Me the Ball, coached by Splinter. As you can see, the Tomb Guardians have yet to level. Both Throw Rods getting kickoff return. And a Skeleton getting an AV value, which I'm not sure if I agree with that. Over the skills he could be taking, but it might keep him in the game longer. Norse, the Asgard Agronauts, coached by Pumpkin Escobar. As you can see, no one in this team has yet to level up, though many are close. And he actually has a bench, surprisingly, for an AV7 team with no niggling injuries. So he's doing pretty damn well for this league, at least. VGP Stole My Bark Mike 3, coached by Angry Panda 86. So we have a Flesh Golem leveling up, getting Block. A Ghoul leveling up, getting Wrestle. A Zombie leveling up, getting Dirty Player. And it looks like that's it for now, as he's trying to get, looks like he's trying to get this werewolf to level up, And a few other players are kind of sneaking out their way up there, but just not quite getting there just yet. But give a few more skills on those werewolves, and he's in for the money. Next up, we have my team, the Cossacks. So far, I've gotten 3 blitzers to level, all getting block. I had one get niggled versus a lineman get niggled versus the ogres. I went ahead and fired him, replaced it with a blitzer, a catcher getting a plus AG, and a lineman getting kick. Saving up to maybe get a bear or maybe another reroll. It kind of depends on how the season goes on, and maybe also fill out my bench a little bit. This is my Swamp Now, Clads, with the ogre team. He is, as you can see, just by this picture alone, not doing too well. He's had 1 ogre die. A Noblar was killed facing me. He has a Noblar with a minus AG. He had another one injured versus myself with a minus AV, and it was a break tackle. His other ogre getting break tackle, and everyone getting break tackle, and everyone getting AG3, which that's kind of a scary thing if you think about it, because that could be an ogre that can dodge just without his strength. But he's taken a beating, and he is not looking very good right as of now. Deadskin Mask, the undead, coached by Goat Boy. As he has a mummy level up to guard, it looks like he has had a death. A zombie getting block, both whites getting tackle, a ghoul getting block, and a ghoul taking a minus AV. So he's probably going to be fired relatively soon with how much money he has in the bank. Sucks that he's giving up a level 2 ghoul, but I wouldn't trust AV6 any day of the week. We Are Suckas, the Vampires by Cadet Tank. Him taking the risk on 4 vampires has really paid off, as one is at level 2 with dodge, one getting pro and mighty blow, a thrall getting kick, a thrall being niggled, and a thrall having a minus movement. So all in all, he's actually not that damaged, and he's doing pretty well for himself for right now. So we'll see how he does later on down the road. And the last team here is Delta Squad, coached by Crayon. He has a thrower, no level yet. He does have a blitzer with mighty blow. He does have a blitzer missing next game with minus movement. One of his only four blitzers, so he's down to a blitzer, which really hurts. Lineman getting block, but he does have that ogre, but only 2 SSP points. So we'll see what he does with that ogre if it's able to level. And we'll go ahead and check our leaderboard. So, with a number 1 team being the Wood Elves with a 4-0-0 record, is going to be the Woodies. The Vampires coming in second with a 3-0-0, as they have yet to play. Undead coming in with 2-2-0. Myself coming in with 2-1-1. Brett's coming in at 2-0-1, as they have yet to play. Humans coming in at 1-1-2. Kimry at 0-2-1. Necro coming at 0-1-3. Norse at 0-1-2. And Ogres with the 0-0-4 record. So it's not looking good for Ogres. And as this is round 1, I believe it's the top 7 move on. So these 3 fighting for that 1 spot, while humans could also drop, but these top 5 could easily just run away with the top 5 positions. And there you have it. That's going to be the core division as of now. And I'll go ahead and back to you, Cadet, until next time.
Nice job, Ace. You do a great job covering the best division in Nats. No bias at all. Just because my vampires are there. Nothing like that. Okay, before we go to Scar, that Scandal the Scum has a couple words he'd like to say.
What good day again, my fellow Garbos. Welcome back to another season of the Nats going full bore. And yes, go ahead and take a look. You've got games of the week going, one out of every division. You can check either the links if he's got them, or even check on the forums. I try and get all the links in for you there. And now I tell you, after 3 weeks, it's starting to shape up that we got some pretty ugly teams in there. And I'm not just talking about the bloody dwarves. So come on, take a gander and give your full support to the BBPN, and give a wee bit of a comment now and then, because quite frankly, there's not enough fouling going on in this league. Take care, and may Nuffle bless your dice.
Thanks to Scum, and I'll definitely make sure to put those links in the comments below. They are definitely worth watching. I love watching his videos. Alright, so let's go ahead and kick it over to Scar in the MCC division.
How's it going, ghouls and goblins? Scar here, your resident Knight of the Void, here to give you your update on the MCC division. Not a lot has changed, but I do still have a pact with Cadet to give you coverage every single week. So, I'm just going to give you some important developments and save the full review of how the teams are doing for next week. Let's take a look. First off, one of the biggest games was with No Light Beers versus the Tight Tigers. I fully expected this to be one of those games that really hurt the Tigers' chances to getting into the next round, maybe even hurt them beyond recovery, especially considering how early these teams met in the league. But as you can see, the Amazons robbed the Dwarf team without any of the lovely ladies going off to push up daisies. I am counting this as a win for Tight Like a Tiger, despite it ending in a tie. Now, all these ladies really have to worry about, other than Nuffle of course, is the Chaos Dwarf team that they will meet in Day 8. Can't wait. Next up, it seems like we have a late incoming team. A Chaos Dwarf team, Freak Nasty, coached by Ratchman. With 6 angry Chaos Dwarves, 1 Bull Centaur, and a bunch of Hobgoblins. It looks like with 3 rerolls, but no APO, this is going to be another dreaded kill team for this division. Ratchman is a little late to the game, but with a powerful lineup like this, right out of the box, I think he'll be just fine. Welcome to the MCC. Finally, it seems like Arador's Lizardman team is so far undefeated, coming out on top against the Harlequins, Bone Chewers, and most recently, the Maggots. And with a team developing quite nicely, it's going to be very hard to take the shock out of this Storm Surge. Looking at the leaderboard, it seems like my predictions are somewhat accurate. With No Light Beers here and GMX in the top 3 and the Sexy Tigers coming in from behind, my prediction may yet come to pass. Storm Surge is comfortably at the top right now, but they still do have quite a few challenging games ahead of them. Meanwhile, Big Rock Warpstone and the Harlequins have been taking a beating. They may yet recover and get into the second round, but their window of opportunity is quickly closing. Well, that's all the big news so far. I will look far deeper into each team next week, but until then, we can only just sit back and enjoy the carnage. I sadly did not receive any great moments to show you all, so you're just going to have to live with this quick death sustained by the Maggot Scum. Back to you, Cadet.
Nice job, Scar. I'm always excited to see what you come out with in the MCC division. Alright, before we go to Hikaru in the CDT division, I want to quickly mention that the league Cripple is hosting a tournament called the Monster Mash. It starts in October, and it's going to be a 1-week push single elimination tournament. Alright, so if you want to do something real quick, that'll be something fun to do. It's undead only. So if it's undead, you can play it. Alright, so I'll post a link to where you can sign up in the section below. If you have any questions, of course you can comment and somebody will get back to you. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what's going on in the CDT division.
Thanks, Cadet. It's been a busy couple of matches since our last recording. We're up to day 4 here in the CDT division, having 3 days gone down. Also, Houston Oiler, the undead team, has left the competition, being replaced by the Wild Bad Girls, an Amazon team. For the schedule for day 2, Cold War Captains went 3-0 to the Green Goblins. Diamond Dogs went 1-3 with the Greystone Jets. Don't Funk With My Heart went 0-2 against Peace Among Worlds. Wild Bad Girls went 0-2 to Battles of Napoleon. And Worms of West Haven tied with Wolfgang's Wardens going 1-1. In day 3, Cold War Captains went 2-1 with Don't Fuck My Heart. Wild Bad Girls went 0-2 with Diamond Dogs. Worms of West Haven went 1-2 with the Green Goblins. Wolfgang's Wardens went 2-0 with the Gravestone Gents. And Battles of Napoleon went 0-2 with Peace Among Worlds. And now back to day 1, the 2 games which we missed. The Green Goblins went 0-3 with Don't Fuck With My Heart. And Gravestone Gents went 0-2 with the Houston Oiler team. However, the Houston Oiler team ended up with a turn 16 foul, which, as we know, is against the rules, which I believe is the reason why they left the competition. However, I am not completely certain on that. Anyway, for the teams, for the Worms of West Haven, since we last saw them, nothing much has changed. They lost another player, going down to... They've lost 2 players, no, just 1 player, down to 10 players, and no level ups. Though they have got an apothecary. For Don't Funk With My Heart, as we can see here, both his bull centaurs have leveled up. One with block and one with mighty blow. And only one of his chaos dwarves have leveled up, getting guard. And as we can see here, one of his chaos dwarves has been injured, and it is only a miss next game. Not a niggling injury. And they have also got an apothecary. For the Diamond Dogs, his thrower has gained dodge. One of his blitzers has also gained dodge. And Halloween Jack there, still with that injury from match day 1. His two of his catchers have gained dodge, and one of his linemen has gained kick. Still hasn't replaced the lineman that died from match day 1, but has gained an apothecary. For the Green Goblin team, one of his trolls has gained break tackle, his pogoer has gotten a niggling injury, and that's about it. No apothecary so far, which is an interesting choice. For the Gravestone Gents, Blood Dole 6 has continued with that injury, and also gained a niggling injury, I believe. Or is that... No, that is just the movement allowance, never mind. And one of his vampires has leveled up, though we do not know what he is going to choose, since it has not been done. And there's the apothecary there. For Peace Among Worlds, we have purchased a Yeti. One of his berserkers has gained Mighty Blow, one of his runners has gained Dodge, and one of his linemen has gained Kickoff. And there's the apothecary there. And with 3 fan factors, so definitely, so that means he's won 3 games in a row, so definitely looking good for Emoji there, who I believe has won the last 2 Nats Leagues, so definitely going to need to watch out there. For Battles of Napoleon, Waterloo has gained Pass. One of his blitzers has gained a niggling injury. And another one of his blitzers has leveled up twice, gaining both dodge and tackle. Very interesting. And another Surf has died, but there is the apothecary. For Wolfgang's Wardens, we have one of his werewolf who gained block in match day 1. One of his ghouls has leveled up, gaining block, and that's pretty much about it. Although we do see the second flesh golem now, and both werewolves, which I believe in match day 1 there was only one werewolf and one flesh golem, so definitely looking up there. For the Cold War captains, one of his blitzers has lost a armor value and gained block. One of his blitzers has gained, this was on match day 1 I believe, gained an agility, and a catcher and a lineman have both leveled up, but we don't know what they're going to get there, and one lineman has gained guard, which I believe has been a double. So, and also there with the apothecary and 3 wins, so definitely something to look out for. And finally, for the Amazon team, the Wild Bad Girls, we have a thrower who has leveled up and gained Dauntless, that's it for the level ups. And there we see the apothecary. Although they have 3 fan factor, whether or not one of those fan factor, I believe at least one of those fan factors was bought at team creation. So, yeah. Finally, for the 4th day, Battles of Napoleon will be versing the Cold War captains, Wolfgang Wardens will be versing Peace Among Worlds, Worms of Westhaven will be versing the Gravestone Gents, the Wild Bad Girls will be versing the Green Goblins, a battle of dodge. And no one with tackle, so that's going to be interesting. And Don't Funk With My Heart will be versing the Diamond Dogs. That's it for the CDT division. Thanks, Cadet. Back to you.
Great job covering that division, Hikaru. Alright guys, so that's it for BBPN this week. If you have any questions, comments, you want to join the league, you can post in the comments below. Somebody will get back to you how to join. And that's all we have. Cadet Tank out.